Canva has 11,000 plus planner templates, and you can use them within your books. Now, planners are a huge niche to get into. There's lots of different niches, there's lots of different sub-niches, and lots of different types of planners that you can create. But when it comes to designing them, you might struggle coming up with inspiration. So, within this video, I'm going to share with you a bunch of different resources that you can use to find inspiration on creating the layouts for your planners. Now, the first one is going to be Canva. Now, did you know that Canva has lots of different templates that you can use within your books and customize them? Now, to find them, all you want to do is use this search bar. Then we can see I already have planner, but I'm going to type that in. So planner, and now we're going to click on planner, weekly planner, daily planner, whichever one that you want, or you could just go to see all. Now, this is going to pull up every single planner template that you can use, and as you can see, there's 11,382. Now, as always, I don't recommend using as is, but you can use these, click on them, go through, and start changing things. You can change the fonts, the layouts, and all of that good stuff. Now, some of these are also a pro feature, so unless you have a subscription here at Canva, you won't be able to use them. But we can quickly identify them through the little crown. So right here it says Canva Pro subscribers get this template for free, and as you can see, there's quite a few of them, but there's also quite a few free ones as well. Now, if we clicked on one of these, which we'll do in a second, we can see how you can modify them. But if we take a quick look through all of these planners, we can see there's some really nice layouts and some really nice templates that you can use to help you in your own planners. Now, let's scroll up to here and let's actually go ahead and take one of these. So let's use this one. Let's just give that a second. It's now going to open up in a new tab, and this is where we can start modifying. Now, if you also have a Canva Pro, you can also resize. So this is actually file size 8.5 times 11. So this would actually be all right, but if you wanted bleed, you'd have to go to resize. Now on here, this is where we can click on elements, on fonts, and change everything around. So we can change the fonts on every single thing, as we can see. We can change all these lines. We could move this around. We could just customize the layout to however we want it. But if you really struggle with creating layouts and designing your interiors, then Canva's really going to help, because again, there's over 11,000 plus templates here on Canva. Now, the second place that you can use to get inspiration for your planners is Pinterest. Now, one thing I do have to note really quick, and that is never use anything from Pinterest or Google or anything like that. Never use them in your own designs. You just want to use them as inspiration. So over here on Pinterest, I typed in daily planner printable, and we have lots of ideas, lots of layouts that we can take a look at. There's this one. There's so many different ones. There's this one. There's this one. Now, it's all going to depend on what type of planner that you create will kind of determine the layout, because a daily planner is going to have all the same type of elements, same with a weekly planner. But again, we can use this, click on one of these, find the ones that we like, and use them as inspiration. So right here, if we go back over to this one, we could now actually take all this, play around with the layout to get it looking good. Now, do you have to do that? No, you can keep the templates like this in Canva, but then I do highly suggest going through and playing with the colours, playing with the fonts. So we could change this, we could change that to that, we could make that a little bit longer, make it a little bit smaller, we could center that like so, and then go through and change all of this. We could also change that to black. Again, it's just a simple and easy way to come up with planner interior layouts. So that's the second one that I wanted to share. being Pinterest. Now stick around for a little bit longer because I also have a website which you've probably never heard of, which has so many great layouts or planners that we can get inspiration from. So the third one being Etsy. Now if you come over to Etsy, you can type in printable planners. Now that's a top tip for you, searching printables, because a printable planner is still a planner, it's just a printable planner, but we can still get inspiration on the layouts, on the font combinations, on the colours if you are actually going to do printables. There's so much great research that we can do just over here on Etsy. So if we take a look at this one, this layout's really nice. So you could do something similar to this. So you could have a place for your top priority, your date, important things, plan of action, meal plan. There's so many great ideas that you can get to put into your own planners just by doing a little bit of research. So that's the third one, being Etsy. The fourth one, which I haven't actually shared with anyone before, is 101 Planners, or 101planners.com. There's so many great ideas that you can get from using this website to find inspiration for your own layouts. Now, if we scroll down to here, we can see what types they have. There's an hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. If we scroll down a bit more, there's blank calendar. Now that's one thing you want to stay away from when it comes to KDP, and that's calendars, because a calendar is not a book. So that's going to lead to bad customer reviews and a bad customer experience, because most people who buy a calendar expect them to be a wall calendar. So when they buy one on Amazon, which is actually a KDP book, and then realise they can't hang it on their wall, they kind of get annoyed by that. And so they should. I would too. But that's one thing just to stay clear from when it comes to low content books, and that's calendars. Now you can have a calendar part within your book, but don't go and make just calendars, because you're going to face a lot of issues. Now bullet journaling, that's another one you just want to stay clear from, because that's actually a trademark. If you want to create like bullet journals, then you want to use the keywords .grid journal instead. So let's just go past these so we can see all the different planners. So binder printables, we can still take a look at these to get inspiration. And if we come down to here, look at this. So there's to-do list, goal chart, checklist, contact list, birthday list, reading logs, password logs. There's so many great ideas here which you can come through, take a look, and see what they look like. So let's do this. This is a 12-week year. In fact, let's do this one. Goal planner. So let's click on that. Let's open that in a new tab. And now we have some ideas that we can take a look at for inspiration for our own interiors. If we take a little bit of a look further down to roundabout, where is it? Roundabout here, we're going to see some of the layouts. So issues with my life. You could have some type of section like that within your books, but again, it's not about that. This is just about taking a look at layouts for your own interiors. There's more there. There's more there. So these are very similar, but look at the style. It's very, very simple. Now, when it comes to your books, the simpler, the better. The more stuff you start putting on the page with lots of different fonts and styles and this and that, the less it looks good. So the simpler, the better. But again, come through to 101 Planners or 101 Planners and start taking a look at all the different planners and things that they have on the website. And then again, use that as inspiration, where there's to-do lists, basic, party planning. So in fact, you can actually use this website for niche research, because you could take all of these, go over to Amazon, start doing research to find some really great niches. Because look, expense trackers, savings trackers, budget sheets, cash envelope system, to-do lists, groceries, Christmas, guest lists. There's lots of really great ideas here that you should come and check out. And again, that's 101planners.com. So that's the fourth one that I want to share. The fifth one is being Creative Fabrica. Now here on Creative Fabrica, there's now 144,000 results for KDP Interiors, and this is just another place that you can come, do research, look at layouts and get inspiration, because there's just so many interiors here now on Creative Fabrica. But if you put in a little bit of time, start researching, start looking at layouts, you can make your own really nice looking design. So that's the fifth one that I wanted to share, and that's Creative Fabrica. The sixth one being Creative Market, another great place that you can come and check out. If we look here for planner interiors, there's over 90,000 results. So again, spending a good hour, 2 or 3, finding layouts that you like, you can then use them, customize and create your own interiors. Now, I'm not talking about actually taking the interior and customizing it. I'm talking about layouts. Looking and learning about other planners and their layouts will help you create better designs. So you can come through, take a look here at all these different planner layouts. See, every planner comes down to the same principles when creating them. So if we come back over to here, let me just go over these principles or fundamentals. They're always made up of the same things. Now, if we go here, we can see what they are. Their fonts, their elements, and their graphics. That's all that your interiors, and your covers for that matter, come down to. Elements, graphics, and fonts. Your fonts play a huge part in your designs, your font combinations play a huge part, the elements that you use, and also the graphics. That's why I'm a big believer in actually paying for your fonts and elements and graphics, so that not everyone else is using the same as you, and that way you're going to make your books more unique. Now, there's one more thing which I highly suggest doing, and that's putting together your own spreadsheet when doing your own research. So let's say we're researching on Pinterest. We're looking for layouts that we like so we can use them as inspiration. Once you find one or a few layouts, what you want to do is open in a new tab. We can take a look at it, and then if you like that, take the URL, go over to a spreadsheet or a notepad or anything like that, plug that in, and then that way you already have that as research when you come to creating your own planners. So this will save you so much time, because let's say you've done the research, you've got 50 different template layouts that you like, you can then come into your own spreadsheet of layout research, and then you can start going through, and it's going to make things so much easier when you start designing your own books. That way you're not jumping around from website to website looking at different layouts as you're creating your designs. You can just come in to your own research, and again it's going to make everything so much easier and speed up the process of creating your books. And again, you're always going to have that research to fall back on. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.